The NBA draft is coming up on Thursday, where the Grizzlies hold the 17th pick in the first round. But as we have seen in the last two drafts under Zach Kleiman, he's not shy about moving up. Worth the price of admission special, the future of the NBA must-watch TV. All things describing Ja Morant through the first three games of the Grizzlies season, especially after last night's performance against the Lakers. Morant, 40 points and 10 assists, going shot for shot with the star-studded Lakers, showing he's a star himself.
When you talk about St. Louis and Memphis, this is a rivalry that dates back many, many years. These two teams have been in many different conferences together, and Penny Hardaway has played against Lou several times, 5-0 against St. Louis, and he averaged nearly a triple-double. 22 points, 10 rebounds, and 6 assists, filling up the stat sheet in a lot of different ways. And today at shoot-around, he showed Amani Bates those stats, and Amani said, "When did you do this?" And Penny Hardaway said, "Those games are what made me a lottery pick." He sends Amani Bates his stats a lot just to motivate him. Amani will take whatever he can get. Penny, there was a point in that half where you held them scoreless for 6 minutes. What were you guys doing defensively that you want to see the rest of the game?
Well, we were putting pressure on them. They were walking the ball up early.
Another day of really low scores at the WGC FedEx St. Jude Invitational. We have talked about them every day so far through the third round. Harris English is holding on to that 2-shot lead, but there's now a new name creeping up the leaderboard, and it's Bryson DeChambeau after shooting a 7 under 63. What makes so many Olympic stories great are the journey athletes go on to make it to the world stage. Just 5 years ago, Abbeville's Shelby McEwen was playing college basketball at Northwest Mississippi. Today, he solidified his spot as one of the best high jumpers in the world. You can expect a highly contested Game 3 in the first round of the NBA playoffs between the 1-seed Utah Jazz and the 8-seed your Memphis Grizzlies. This series is currently tied 1-1, and listen to this stat. When a series is tied 1-1, whoever goes on to win Game 3 goes on to take the series 73% of the time.
There's been a lot made up about this team with you and Amani Bates. To put on a Tigers uniform for the first time and play in your first college game, what was it like?
It was exciting. It was very exciting. A lot of emotions.
Also a very highly anticipated season for this team. What do you think you guys showed today?
How versatile we are defensively.
Good news for the Tigers to start this season. Penny Hardaway got a phone call this morning to tell him that Chandler Lawson is eligible to play this season. The junior forward transferred from Oregon over the spring. He has been a full participant in practice and team activities leading up to game day, and he is available to play today. Penny Hardaway says that's good for this team. He has experience in the Pac-12 playing against some of the top college basketball teams in the country. He has NCAA tournament experience as well, and he thinks that'll be key for some of the young guys who have the early season nerves. He won't have that. We also just learned Jonathan Lawson, his brother, and Sam Onu are not dressed. They are redshirting this season. One thing that Larry Brown said that really stood out is that he thinks the Memphis coaching job is as good as any other job in college basketball, and he thinks being an assistant with Penny Hardaway, they can recruit anybody in the game and lock down any deal. You look at this UCF team, and they are pretty banged up, especially missing their quarterback, Dylan Gabriel. You know, Memphis, though, has never won at the Bounce House, but given the circumstances, do you feel like this year might be their best chance? If you look at the courtside seats, Ja Morant, the Grizzlies point guard, is sitting there, and he's here for Amani Bates. They have a relationship that started before Amani committed to Memphis. Ja Morant had reached out to him because he really liked his game, and since the relationship has developed even more. Amani Bates calls him a big brother. Ja Morant calls him a little brother, and only 5 years separate these two in age. But Ja has really respected Amani's game, has really taken him under his wing. Amani has been over to his house. Ja Morant's parents have cooked for Amani Bates, and he is here to support him. Amani texted him with the date and time of his season opener, and Ja Morant said, "I'll be there." Tyler, a season high 18 points, knocking down 4 threes. Where is your confidence level from beyond the arc right now?
My confidence at all time high right now. You know, I'm in year 4. I feel like a vet.
You started your career here at Memphis. You transfer, you come back. What's it like to hear that standing ovation at the end?
It feels great, man. I know, I'm from here. This is my hometown.
It was the toughest test so far. What was the mentality you guys came in with?
We just wanted to get the win, keep winning. We wanted to, put on a statement for the rest of the country to see, we ranked at 11 right now. We feel like we're a top 5 team.
It was a soaked Swayze Field in Oxford, not because of the weather, but because of the beer showers in right field. Nearly 12,000 tried and true SEC baseball fans packed Swayze for a doubleheader between two top 3 rivals. The second-ranked Razorbacks from Arkansas and the third-ranked Rebels. Arkansas taking game 1 7-3. That's the outfield as these two teams play for first place in the SEC West. The Grizzlies say they need to play desperate tonight. No, this is not a Game 7 win or go home situation, but a win tonight would force a Game 6 and bring the series back through Memphis one last time.
You look at the bench, including Cody Toppert, almost 60 years of combined NBA playing and coaching experience. But Penny Hardaway says everyone's done a really good job of checking their egos at the door. And he joked, everyone has their role. Cody Toppert is the analytics guy. Rasheed Wallace, the energy guy. Larry Brown, the veteran. And Penny said, me? I'm just here. What a perfect way to spend a Wednesday afternoon. We have some women's college volleyball. It's the American on ESPN Plus and a matchup between the SMU Mustangs and the Memphis Tigers. Hello and welcome into the Larry Finch Center on the University of Memphis campus. I'm Cassie Carlson alongside Jeff Brightwell. And Jeff, two teams looking for some momentum to continue for SMU. They've won 3 in a row, and for Memphis, they're coming off a loss, but they took a very good Cincinnati team to 5 sets. What are your keys to the game? Free ball opportunity for Memphis. They run the outside. Crescenzo dug up. Crescenzo solo blocks. Rachel Wolf. What a rally. They played teams that are perennial powerhouses in women's college volleyball. Penn State, Clemson, South Carolina, Florida State, Georgia Tech, Georgia, Miami. And they hung with a lot of those teams. And while it was hard on them because they lost some of those, which is clear in their record, at the end of the day, it showed that they can stick with some of these best teams. And you look at their RPI, 28th in the country.